Hello, Internet, and welcome to yet another Extra Scoop with your not caster. Almost did the caster intro there. Party Petey. We're here to talk to you about a big plethora of things today, but still going to be another fairly short video. I don't think a lot of these are actually ever going to go over like 20-ish minutes, but there's a chance that sometimes they will based on whatever the news is throughout the day. First and foremost, let's jump into something that a lot of people might be looking forward to. Destiny 2 will have their expansion released within the next couple days here. And what is the name of the expansion? I really hope a lot of you have already been paying attention to it, but it will be the Season of the Drifter is the whole entire expansion. But primarily a lot of people are talking about the game mode that's going to come out with it. That's a very specific Gambit Prime game mode, basically. Gambit seems to have taken over a lot of people's attention when it comes to the PvP and or PvE market of Destiny 2. But with that being said, Destiny's expansion will be coming out, I believe, tomorrow. If not tomorrow, then it's going to be somewhat soon as well. I was trying to find a good picture of Gambit, but, the best I can get was literally just this right here was the best picture I could find that best explains the Season of the Drifter, because I understand that this guy is one of the main characters that's shown in the gameplay calendar. But on top of the new DLC coming out, which a lot of people are looking forward to because it's a proper paid DLC, the second DLC in the 3-part annual pass. The first one was the Black Armory, and the second now we have Joker's Wild, which is the name of this one in particular. But the big thing a lot of people are looking forward to is the game mode called Prime Gambit, or Gambit alone. Gambit and Gambit Prime are apparently the same thing. But Gambit Prime, the roles are more clear and supported by specific colors of armor. For example, this picture here where you see the specific colors of armor. There's 4 specific types of people that are within a Gambit Prime and a Gambit game. The first class being the Reaper, which is a PvE expert focused on killing groups of enemies and big targets. The Collector being a mobile player who cleans up enemies while grabbing and banking motes of light. The Sentry is a defensive specialist who defends the moat bank from invaders and taken blockers. And lastly, most likely the red-looking class, is the Invader, a PvP enthusiast who invades the enemy team to steal and siphon their motes. I imagine the colors have to be somewhat affiliated with, like, the one thing that kind of signifies a color's PvP base or PvE base. I imagine the Invader is the red-looking outfit. The Green Invader's probably the Collector. No, actually, you know what? Now I think about it, the Green Invader's probably the Reaper. The Sentry is probably the yellow. And then the white is most likely the Collector. But that's just what I think they might be. They probably aren't, but we'll try to bring in a Destiny specialist sometime in the next couple days here to more clarify what the roles are when it comes to the specific types of armor. But, we got a lot of MMO-esque talk to talk about today, if you consider Destiny to be one of those, which I hope you do consider that, because Destiny is one of those MMOs. But we will move on from there into, you guessed it, we are going to hit on Anthem once more, and the main reason why that is because if you have been paying attention, Anthem still has been getting a lot of flack, and apparently, after some recent study that I've witnessed a little bit of this morning, is a lot of people on PlayStation. So big thing, if any of you own a PlayStation and have PlayStation Anthem, it seems that Anthem is going to possibly be refunded to you on the PlayStation console. It's extremely funny in the fact that because in the release of the game initially it said that Anthem is best played on controller, you would think that because of that it would be best played on consoles, like the game was supposed to be originally made for a console. The fact that they're having this many issues with PlayStation, so much so that they're willing to refund the game and move on from there, is astounding to the fact that this was originally supposed to be a console-based title. Now, the other story with this is that there also seems to be reports of PlayStation's getting jail-locked. Now, I'm not a PlayStation knowledgeable man, but from what I understand, when something gets jail-locked, it's a bit tough to try and get your things back. So, I recommend anybody who has been experiencing any issues and have yet to get their PlayStation jail-locked through the Anthem issues, I highly suggest either returning Anthem or filing complaints that allow you to re-unlock your now jail-locked console, because, you know, that's pretty bad to have your console magically jail-locked and you have no powers against changing it back. So, yeah, so all of you who have Anthem or have been playing Anthem on PlayStation, I highly recommend just stop, get it on computer. I haven't heard anything wrong about Xbox yet, but I'm sure that eventually the same issues will occur, much like they occur now for PlayStation. Because, you know, there may be like the whole console war crap is like a big scenario in this. But, you know, when it all comes down to it, if we all have the same kind of bugs, we all need to stick together in these scenarios, PlayStation, PC, and Xbox alike. But with that being said, let's jump into our next topic. Are you a fan of sweets? You like candy a lot. A lot of people apparently like all that sugary goodness and stuff like that. But after reading a health report this morning, I saw that apparently a lot of people are consuming a lot more sugar and a lot more sweets and a lot more candy and a lot more ice cream and a lot more cookies, more than the average norm that it was of last year. Now, this year's only just started, so I have no idea where those scientists or the health nut freaks are getting their information, but, you know, all I have to say is to those guys is, fuck you guys, I'm gonna eat my goddamn cookie. So, fuck the health guys. Eat your fucking cookies and eat your goddamn sweets and suck on your fucking lollipops as much as you want, because fuck the health guys. They're a bunch of assholes as far as I'm concerned. But with that being said, you know, just keep having fun. Do eat responsibly. Don't, like, you know, kill your teeth. Don't drink 1,000,000 energy drinks a day. Brush your teeth every morning, despite most people not doing that. I, too, am guilty of that. But, yeah, fuck those health guys. Moving on, let's go to the next topic of discussion. We will have the World of Warcraft Portal Room was being discussed in a recent PTR patch. 8.15 is coming right around the corner. I believe it's sometime in the next, but it's the 4th now, so in about 10-ish days, I believe. They said it was March 14th or 13th. Can't remember for sure. But they are going to release the Portal Room. Now, there's ways that you can approach this in a good and a bad way. A lot of people are ecstatic about having one place where all the portals are, but the other hand is that there's some portals being removed that people liked quite a lot. The Caverns of Time portal is getting removed, so no more just jumping straight to the Caverns of Time for your Dragon Soul run. The portal for Karazhan is also being removed as well, so no more jumping straight to Karazhan to farm your Mount run or trying to get to the center of the world. There's a couple of other portals being removed as well. Apparently there wasn't one for Ironforge for a little while. I think they might have patched that, but no Ironforge portal is pretty huge. That's you know, that's only a capital. You have one to the Exodar, and you have one to Teldrassil, but not to Ironforge. It was the same thing with the Horde, is that they didn't have one to Thunderbluff. So, whether or not those got patched or not, I have no clue, but as you can see here, this is a picture of the Alliance portal room. I had a picture of the Horde portal room, but I didn't put it in, I guess. But, yeah, so the portal room is coming in 8.15, and a very important discussion about it was released about it today, with Wowhead jumping in on that information and throwing out that this is a very bad thing. A lot of the portals in Dalaran have also been removed, so a lot of them underneath Dalaran, I believe, have been removed. There's also no longer a portal that takes you directly to the man, what is it? The Vale of Eternal Blossoms in Pandaria. Yeah, no more going into the Vale. Apparently, a lot of the portals there have been removed. The Dalaran portals have been relocated in 8.15. Hopefully, they just leave that there and release the portal room on top of it. Because, you know, that technically was our portal room back in Legion. And it wasn't a bad portal room. And I still use it because I still do stuff in Legion. Following that, let's go ahead and go back into some more MMO action. OpenAI. Do you guys remember that? The big old team of OpenAI Dota bots that came in through the past couple internationals. They're here and they're striking again. They have released an MMO, a neural MMO to be exact. This MMO is very beta-esque in the making. As you can see here, it's very RuneScape-esque if you were to compare it to anything, units with health bars and barriers blocking specific things. Most likely we'll be taking some investigation into this neural MMO over on the stream later this week. We will have plenty of time to do that, as well as some other things that are developing over time. But I'm very excited to test out this neural MMO. If it's something that people in the public are able to do. If not, then we have other plans for the stream later this week. One of those things being Astroneer, which is a brand new, very big space exploration game, which seems to be grabbing a lot of people's attention in both positive and negative ways. A lot of mixed, it's a big mixed bag of reviews right now over on the Steam page, but I believe that this game, from what I have seen, is a very good game for people who like to play in multiple groups and still have a large amount of complexity with the game, whether it's exploration or creation, making bases, you're exploring everything. It's more of it's a mixed bag, like I said, of what people want from it, but it's more of like a toned down version of No Man's Sky. A lot of people are saying that, but without a doubt, I could say that this isn't really much one of those games where you should be playing by yourself. You should definitely be doing episodes with your friends and so on and so forth, and this seems like it's that kind of game that should fit that friend basis. So, with that being said, always, if you want to try and find out what the games are happening down, what streams I'll be highlighting on, and what games, MMOs, so on and so forth, I'll be going through, you can always go straight over to the Twitch channel, twitch.tv/partypd, for more information. I will have a link to the Neural MMO for OpenAI in the chat, or not in the chat, but in the description below, so you can see what this change is going on here, because a lot of people were expecting the Dota OpenAI team to come back once more, and after the recent post where they were seeking pro teams to fight them once more, it seems like it might be a dead project. But here's to hoping that we do see them again in Shanghai. And if we don't, then let's hope that this OpenAI Neural MMO is actually going to be something outstanding and not just another dead horse in the lake. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, as always, I'm Party PD. I hope you enjoyed this episode of the Extra Scoop. Hopefully over time, the production value, editing value, and my vocal value will be increased over time with more and more of these being produced and created. But with that being said, thank you so much for watching. I hope you thoroughly enjoyed this episode of the Extra Scoop, but I will see you next time for some more news on esports, not esports, and random crap. See you next time. Hey guys, I hope you like this news. Special outro for our brand new series, The Extra Scoop. Expect to see more videos like this in the future, because I like doing newscast stuff, and that felt very newscast-like. I like the news! Although I like making fake news. But with that being said, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe and swing by the Twitch whenever you feel like it. It's Party PD, signing off.